what's good, YouTube? We got more Patrick Z. Justin Bieber barely survived Hollywood. Remember that time they had Justin Bieber in the hood of California, and they had him doing push-ups in front of all the. I think it was Bloods or something like. Hey, hit that sub button. Let's get to the video.
Justin Bieber is probably the last person on earth you feel bad for. The blonde-haired, blue-eyed tween made a few YouTube videos singing in 2007, got swooped up by the major record labels, and they forced his generic pop songs onto us. Then every young girl in the world became obsessed with him, making him millions of dollars and keeping his songs in rotation on the radio. He was an easy person to hate, or just completely disregard. However, in the early 2010s, he started to change. He was lashing out in public, assaulting people, and starting to confirm people's suspicions of him being a snobby rich brat. And although this video is not going to be me trying to convince you that Justin Bieber is an unproblematic saint, there is another perspective to consider that might make his antics a little understandable. For example, the many times he was blatantly assaulted or harassed in public.
Can I say this? Lean into me again. You smell amazing. How old are you?
What?
Thank you.
It isn't very difficult to see how uncomfortable Justin is.
That's weird,
James Corden is leaning in as close as he possibly can with his hand resting on Justin's back.
Thank you so much. Look at him. Look at what a beautiful face. All right.
Rubbing Justin's face was just disrespectful, but he couldn't resist touching the boy. Bieber awkwardly tries to go along with the joke, but James makes it even worse.
Voted to just do it. Don't mess around. Don't tease me, Bieber.
People couldn't keep their hands off Justin, including Katy Perry, who had to get herself a handful as she mouths to the camera, "Sorry, Selena." At the end of this interview,
why are they sexually harassing Justin Bieber like this, man? Dang. I ain't gonna lie, I remember, like, bro, when I was a kid, bro, Justin Bieber was like, he's still up there, but he's still up there. He probably like down here now a little bit, but he's still up there. Justin Bieber still killing it out here, I ain't gonna lie. But like when I was a kid, Justin Bieber was like, remember like when Justin Timberlake first came out, he was just, matter of fact, Justin Bieber was on his Drake, Beyonce, Microwave. He had them fans. Justin Bieber had them fans until he started hanging out with Lil Twist, man. Dang. I remember when he was hanging out with Lil Twist, he started hanging out with them Young Money kids.
Interaction, man. Justin says, "We can do that forever if you want," which made some people think that he was okay with this behavior. Even David Letterman put his hands on Justin. During the 2012 interview, David insisted on denouncing Justin's tattoos.
Is that a new tattoo?
This is a new tattoo.
Oh God, how many do you have?
I have a couple.
Just because he getting tattoos.
Well, tell me that's the last one.
It's just a tattoo.
It might be.
No, it is. You don't, I mean, honestly.
David decided to treat Justin like his son's troubled friend looking for guidance, even though it was never asked for. Funny thing is, Justin ended up doing exactly what David told him not to do. But Letterman took it too far when he put his hands on Justin.
You know, I got believe. Get that off there. Hey.
Although this one wasn't explicit in nature, it was still totally uncalled for. David would later apologize for his behavior, but it's odd to see how many people were so willing to put their hands on the boy. Luckily, he was able to prevent Leah Remini from getting her hands on him during this interview on The Talk.
Justin Bieber, the boy. It's two boys. They both is for Canada.
Justin had to shout no 5 times before she would stop, but that's not all. Earlier in this segment, she was forcing him to answer a really strange would you rather question.
Would you rather have to be naked on stage during one full song, or drink a cup of blended worms?
Why would she ask that kid that, bro?
For no reason at all, Leah insisted on pushing this very sexual question while there are little girls and boys directly behind her in the audience. Justin realized he was trapped because no matter what he tried to say, she was trying to force the answer she wanted out of him, but he stood his ground and chose to not give in to her manipulation. This wasn't the first time Justin stood his ground.
I'm not gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. Like, they really do that. Like, for the younger people, bro, they be sexualizing them people. They be weird. I ain't gonna lie. Like, look at Ice Spice. Me and Ice Spice, like, around the same age. She gotta be like, she in her like mid-20s for sure. She gotta be at least like 20. she's somewhere in the middle 20s, but like still for her age, like bro, the things people really check Ice Spice for, because it ain't the music. I ain't gonna lie, she made some good music. Like I ain't gonna lie, she made some I ain't gonna say the best, but it's decent for like today's rap. But bro, the things they do not check Ice Spice. They check Ice Spice for her face and her body, bro. That's why I say that, bro. That's crazy. I ain't gonna lie, that's crazy, bro. That's crazy. And then look at, I ain't gonna just say her. Look at a lot of younger female artists, bro. Like Lotto and all them in their mid-20s, bro. Megan Thee Stallion. We all young. We not that old, bro. We like, we still a little young. So like, bro, for the things they like popular, bro. I can see how they did it with Justin Bieber though. I can see that, cause what I just said. Dang, bro, the industry a little
When the
weird.
host got sexual with him. While doing a radio show called Mojo in the Morning, the host, Shannon Murphy, brought the conversation in a strange direction.
Has your mom given you I mean, like, I really don't want to have that conversation with my mother. Yeah. Like, I've kind of had it with my father. You want to hear? Oh, really? See, my parents never gave me the sex talk. Okay. So why don't you give me the sex talk? I feel uncomfortable right now. Oh. Why do you want to know the sex talk from a 15-year-old boy?
Wait, he 15 and they really just asked this man, do he be having like sex talk with his parents, bruh? Like, why would you ask? You could have asked him what's his next song that's about to come out, what's his next album that's about to come out. Do he got like anything else to offer us more than music? Something. I'm not even an interviewer, and look how I just did. I'm not like that, bro. Why did they just ask this dude? Do he be talking about sex with his parents? I ain't even gonna say even if he was older asking that. That's weird, bro. That's weird. But, bro, why y'all asking a 15-year-old that, dog?
That's pretty weird.
He very clearly stated that he was uncomfortable when the host brought up sex, but the circumstances that built up to this are a bit confusing, because earlier in the conversation, this happened.
Justin, what are you going to be doing after the show tonight? I thought I was picking you up.
Now, when I was 15 years old, I probably would have said some dumb stuff like that to an older girl, but apparently Justin couldn't keep his hands to himself.
That little kid is like a walking set of hormones. He is.
I mean, I'm gonna be honest, bro. Like, if he 15, he got all these older people around him, like try to over sexualize him. Of course, he gonna be a walking hormone, bro. That's all they teaching him, so that's all he gonna know. Duh. But like, bro, if y'all stop flirting with the kid, he gon'. I mean, oh my gosh, bro. Okay, that's so, bro.
Got a little too touchy-feely with you?
He wasn't just like patting my butt, he was grabbing my butt, and he kept saying, is it inappropriate? Is it inappropriate?
Oh my god.
And he grab it harder though. Is it inappropriate now? Is it inappropriate now? Hi. Oh my gosh, he's kissing me. Here, come sit here. Come sit with me right here. Dude, Justin Bieber just like comes up and you just started making out with me, you know that?
Is that not appropriate?
Justin was obviously flirting with Shannon in a juvenile way. Then she said live on air how Justin was touching and kissing her. We can imagine there were definitely some instances where Justin felt like he could probably touch whoever and whatever he wanted, since, well, it was often done to him. But regardless, the 26-year-old shouldn't have brought up the sex conversation on the air. Even men were infatuated with young Bieber. L.A. Reid, music executive who signed Justin to his first major record deal, said, "This kid was beautiful, like a woman can be beautiful, and men rarely are."
Even L.A. Reid, bro. L.A. Reid, bro. I read your book, bro. It was an amazing book. But dang, bro, I might not ever revisit that book no more. Why you just call that young man that? I mean, everybody beautiful in their own way, but why you call that young man that, my brother?
And he turned it on as soon as he stepped into the room. He recalls how Bieber had grown his hair down, almost covering his eyes, and says he could see immediately that Justin's hair would be every bit as important as his songs, his voice, his face, or his presence. Justin was simply beautiful. He gushes. His superpower was his face. The context of this article makes it seem like L.A. Reid was attracted to the young Bieber, but we don't really know that for sure. He was definitely right about his star power, but how he came to that conclusion just seems a little odd. However, the most deplorable assault was by Jenny McCarthy at the 40th Annual American Music Awards.
I remember this.
feel violated right now.
A shocked Justin Bieber couldn't say anything but the truth. I feel violated right now. By this point, this was all too common for him. The craziest part is that...
Yo, y'all know what this just made me think about? Like, Sukiyana. Look at Sukiyana and look at YK Osiris. Y'all see how Sukiyana be out here like just talking about sex. YK Osiris like, oh snap, she be outside. So like, okay, so if I pull up on her and I try to kiss her, that don't mean nothing. Yes it do, bro. Just cause that's what she talk about don't mean that ain't what type of time is she on. But look, they go to the same thing to this right here. Like, bro, like, dang, y'all be having it bad out there. Y'all be having it bad out there. Why I be chilling? Nah, I don't even be like that, but dang. See, for Justin Bieber, that's a little different though, because they basically taught him that. Sukiyana just do that to her on the wheel. Like, Sukiyana just I don't know, she just an out here freak. I don't know. She on demon time 24/7. Her demon time don't turn off. But they did it to Lil JB, Justin Bieber. Y'all should be ashamed of y'allself, man. And what was his parents? What was his mom is a little younger, but that don't mean nothing. What was his mom? Wasn't she his manager? Bro.
Jenny straight up admitted to her crimes.
I took the opportunity in the window, considering I'll never get to do it again, and kind of molested him. It'd be like cougar rape.
Jenny clearly enjoys the predatory behavior, as she described it as molestation and R-word. She thinks it's cute and quirky and even bragged about it on Twitter after. Now, if this all happened while the cameras were on, could you imagine what happened while the cameras were off? Just like many child stars, Justin turned to drugs. Every teenager experiments, but he was trying to cope and escape, which led to behavior that left a permanent stain on his reputation. For all the people that hated Justin, he was about to give them a stronger reason. And for all the people with unrealistic expectations, they were about to be crushed. His first controversy began in 2013 when TMZ leaked photos of him holding what appeared to be a blunt.
Hey man, Justin Bieber was outside around this time. Justin Bieber was throwing eggs at his neighbor house. What else he was doing? That boy was sipping lean. He the reason why y'all rappers can't even buy no lean no more because of little Justin Bieber. Justin Bieber, how you make lean get a little too expensive, bro? That ain't no good flex. I ain't gonna hold you back. That ain't no good.
Although Justin faced no charges for the incident, this was our first clue that Bieber was beginning to shed his wholesome image. Things took a turn for the worse later that same year. While on the European leg of his Believe tour, Justin stopped in England just in time for his 19th birthday. Later that day, Bieber tweeted, "Big night ahead," anticipating his birthday celebration. He and his entourage had planned a $8,000 birthday bash, booking tables at the Cirque des Soirs Club in Soho. Unfortunately, the celebration didn't meet expectations after members of Justin's entourage were denied entry into the club because a few of the members of Bieber's party were under the suitable age of 18. Justin tweeted, "Worst birthday," complimented with a message to his Instagram account, voicing his side of the story. I love how the club wanted to give the press another reason why we didn't stay at their weak-ass club, so they wouldn't look bad for me walking in and right back out. People thought Justin felt entitled to come into another country and break the rules because he is a star. From there, he allegedly showed up 2 hours late for his debut show at the O2 Arena after throwing a massive tantrum. Several backstage sources claim Bieber was in a bad mood after waking up late because of a night out and proceeded to lock himself in his dressing room to play computer games. The crowd reportedly began booing at about 9:30 p.m., almost an hour before Justin ultimately hit the stage. If the week couldn't get any worse, Justin lashed out at a photographer outside his London hotel after the man called him a f***ing little moron.
I remember that too.
What'd you say? You heard what, man? What'd you say? You heard what? Lose your...
I ain't gonna lie, bro. If Justin pull up out the car on you like that, would you jump, bro? Say, what you say? What you say? What you say? What you say? I would not jump, bro. No, I'm not even gonna hold you. But, bro, I remember this like it was yesterday, bro. They made remember the Tupac meme? I mean the Tupac picture when he had the hockey jersey on and he jumped out the van and he was spitting on the reporters. They mixed that up with this Justin Bieber picture, bro. I remember this like it was yesterday. Dang.
Come back, you prick! Back, right?
Justin had it bad.
I just love the irony of this situation. The photographer tries to get a rise out of Justin, then Justin responds with threats, then the photographer gets really mad at Justin for getting mad at him, and the guy also taking a video of the situation gets upset when someone...
Why do like reporters and TMZ and all them get mad when celebrities get mad at them for being in their faces, like saying something crazy? Like, bro, when you be mad too, you just disrespected that man. You gonna get mad at him for disrespecting you, and you just did.
And starts filming him, it's ridiculous. He responded on Twitter by saying he had a rough morning and that he let his emotions get the best of him. But this incident started his lifelong beef with the paparazzi. In June of 2013, Justin and his entourage were involved in an altercation with a photographer outside the Hit Factory studio in Miami. The entire exchange was caught on tape. Later that same day, Justin was skateboarding outside the Hit Factory when another photographer began snapping photos of him. Bieber's bodyguards allegedly rushed the photographer, and one started choking him. The photographer claimed that he grabbed his camera and removed the memory cards. It seemed like every few months there was another controversy, just slowly chipping away at his reputation. Like when he peed in a cleaning bucket while partying.
I told y'all Justin was out here peeing in that bucket.
Justin and his friends left a nightclub through the restaurant's back entrance before stopping to relieve himself in the kitchen, more specifically in the bucket that is filled with water to clean the floors. This is just another inconsiderate drunk teenager doing what a million others have done before, but Justin should know better. Then while passing through China during the Asia leg of his Believe tour, a picture was posted of him being carried up the stairs, which caused people on the internet to label him as a diva. His controversies were definitely minor in the beginning. He was being heavily criticized, attacked in blogs and by TMZ for the situation that were pretty small, but the controversies just never stopped. The coverage got more detailed, and the reactions just got worse, including the time he caused an entire revolution in Colombia. In November 2013, Justin was undergoing the Latin American section of his Believe tour. While in Bogota, Colombia, Justin snuck out of his hotel to do graffiti in an area where graffiti is banned. He painted a marijuana leaf and the Canadian flag while the police provided him with security. We aren't sure why the police decided to protect him, and the locals were outraged, because 2 years prior, a police officer shot and killed an unarmed 16-year-old kid while he was spraying graffiti in an area similar to the one where Justin did his. Rebellion against law enforcement broke out because if Justin Bieber can spray graffiti, so can they. And if the police protected Justin, they should defend graffiti artists instead of harassing and incarcerating them. 300 artists came together and occupied the area where Justin sprayed his graffiti, and over 24 hours painted more than 700 pieces of graffiti. Justin Bieber was the cause for all of this to happen. The poor dude had no idea what he sparked, said one of the young graffiti artists. The rebellious graffiti trend spread like wildfire to other major cities across Colombia, with hundreds of other artists joining the movement. He also had a spitting problem, with multiple reports over the years of him spitting on people during violent outbursts, including his own fans, who were visiting him.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. You spit on me, we gotta shoot the one, bro. Cause you ain't about to spit on me, dog. Nah, we gotta shoot. I won't shoot my one for real. I need my round. Spitting on me is insane.
Him outside of his hotel in Toronto where he spat down on them, breaking out into laughter with his buddies. Then he took a photo of his view, which was posted on Instagram sporting a caption about how he has the best fans in the world. In 2014, he spat in his neighbor's face after a heated argument, which started by Justin driving his Ferrari at over 100 miles per hour down the road. When his neighbor confronted him at the front doorstep, Justin told him to get the F out of here before spitting in Jeff's face and saying, "I'm gonna effing kill you." A year later, he had another altercation with the same neighbor, which resulted in Justin throwing 24 eggs at his neighbor's house.
Hey, fuck you!
Wait. I know he got kicked out because he was throwing eggs at the neighbor's house. But I ain't know he spit on the neighbor's face just for the neighbor to come to make a noise complaint. Bruh. That neighbor looked too nice. He should have swung on Bieber one time for something.
Oh, I got another one for you, actually. Yeah, come right over here, you motherfucker. Call the cops. Call the cops.
Months later, Justin pleaded no contest to one count of misdemeanor vandalism for the incident. In exchange for the plea, he was ordered to pay $80,000 in restitution and to stay away from his former neighbor and the neighbor's family for 2 years. By this point, Justin kind of proved he was a privileged boy with an attitude problem, but this last controversy would send him spiraling down. In June of 2014, a video emerged of the 15-year-old Justin telling racist jokes about black people, using the N-word multiple times. As the video went viral, Justin issued an apology, stating, "I thought it was okay to repeat hurtful words and jokes, but I didn't realize at the time that it wasn't funny and that, in fact, my actions were continuing the ignorance." Some people gave him the benefit of the doubt, that he was young and dumb, but then a second video showing a 15-year-old Justin circulated. Similar to the first, he sang his own song, "One Less Lonely Girl," replacing the lyrics with "One Less Lonely" and using the hard R, stating that if he were to kill one, he would be part of the KKK. He apologized again a day later and was released, stating, "Facing my mistakes from years ago has been one of the hardest things I've ever dealt with, but I feel I need to take responsibility for those mistakes and not let them linger. At the end of the day, I just need to step up and own what I did. Once again, I'm sorry for all of those I've let down and offended." I don't think I really need to explain why people were absolutely outraged with this. And for a lot of people, once they saw these videos, their mind was made up about Justin Bieber, and they're never going to change their mind. And I can't blame them for that. Justin dragged his reputation to an all-time low. He was stamped as just another child star gone mad. After a drunk driving incident in Miami, he was never the same. Justin was seen at SET nightclub in Miami Beach, Florida. He left the venue driving a yellow Lamborghini before police spotted him in a residential neighborhood. Bieber's entourage allegedly blocked the street so he could drag race singer Khalil, who was driving a red Ferrari. Authorities initially conducted a traffic stop for drag racing, but arrested Justin once they realized he was intoxicated. He was arrested on suspicion of driving under the influence, driving with an over 6-month expired license, and resisting arrest without violence. His mugshot depicting him smiling was concerning to fans. Police claimed Bieber told authorities he consumed alcohol, smoked marijuana, and took prescription drugs. He and Khalil were locked up in a jail cell for 10 hours. Justin was later released from these charges on a $2,500 bond. A toxicology report revealed that Bieber had THC and Xanax in his system at the time of his arrest. Following Bieber's arrest on the DUI charge, more than 270,000 people petitioned the White House, seeking to have him deported from the United States. Although the number of signatures received was sufficient to require a response under published White House guidelines, the Obama administration didn't take the petition seriously. But it turns out behind the scenes, Justin had a much worse drug problem than people realized.
There was a time where I was sipping lean, I was popping pills, I was doing Molly, shrooms, everything. And it was just an escape for me. I was just young.
Yeah. Justin's drug abuse got so bad, he was even caught in the most dangerous areas of Los Angeles buying drugs.
Good, homie. MS gang.
I
seen you, bro.
This too.
Have a good one. I just saw Bieber. I just seen Bieber. Leave it to Bieber.
Nigga said leave it to Bieber though.
His addiction got so bad, he was willing to put his own life at risk. Justin says his substance use was normal in the beginning, but gradually became a problem to escape from the pressure of being this pop star. And although many people look at that as suffering from success, the level of expectation he needs to meet is unattainable. Surely a lot of his controversies were deplorable, but the ones that were minor were treated just as bad. That likely led to him giving up on his health, his body, and lashing out.
I thought I was tripping, bro. Justin Bieber did used to, not too long ago, a couple years, you see it as he got older. He looked a little druggied out. He looked like he was on them drugs. Golly, I mean, we know he was sipping lean, but all that, my brother, dang, bro.
They were going to criticize him anyways. He couldn't go out on a bad note, though. So he made one last push after teaming up with Skrillex to produce a number of different sounds. Where Are You Now? Then What Do You Mean? Which was his first #1 hit single. Sorry, which kind of doubled as his apology to the world for his behavior. Love Yourself. And plenty of other radio hits to help him release his most successful album of all time, Purpose. It's hard for his opposition to feel bad for him when in the end, all of his antics will just help him sell more records. No matter what he does, it will be seen as the wrong step. It's quite literally is the child star curse, because nothing you do will ever compare to how you were introduced to the world as a perfect, innocent child. And with that, he finally stepped out of the spotlight, and when he returned, you could see how bad things really got. First of all, his music.
Justin Bieber he actually did a full 360. He got married. I think he had a kid. Turned his life over to God. He still got some good success going on in his life. He's doing good, hey man. That's a blessing right there, though.
It got worse. Yummy was terrible. But more importantly, in the press runs that led up to this, you can see Justin physically suffering. His anxiety was so bad to the point where he was constantly fidgeting, slumping over, not looking at people.
Oh, he had anxiety
what
too.
What that does to a person's brain at such a young age or any age, when you're surrounded by that kind of noise and excitement for so long.
Hey, you can see
did you realize that was, looking back on it, what it was doing to you?
Yo, I'm not gonna lie, that's scary, bro. Imagine, like, I be kind of thinking about it now, like, now that I dip into this, because, like, if the numbers just keep going up, success gonna come with this. And I don't, like, look at, like, I don't know, I'm not one of them type of people to look at money, like, to make me be like, oh, snap, money is the dopest thing. I just look at money like, you need money in order to buy things. That's what I look at money for. But, like, shoot. Like, so success ever fall into my lap? Nah, I do want some success out of this. I ain't gonna lie. I want some success out of this. I ain't gonna lie. I wouldn't be able to pick up the 9 to 5, be like, hey, I ain't really gotta do this no more. I'm set. I'm kind of cool with Gucci. I do want to do that. I ain't gonna lie. But, like, I don't know. I couldn't be in no. Basically, what I'm trying to say is success in life. I couldn't be in like no. I couldn't be in like no Justin Bieber position. I couldn't be in no Beyonce position. I couldn't be in no Michael Jackson position. No Jay-Z. None of them people that like celebrities that get looked at is like, oh my God. I'm talking about like Prince type of fame, like niggas screaming, like remember when Michael Jackson popped up, niggas just fell out crying. I can't. Nah, Drake can't even go outside. He got his own plane. He good to go anywhere he want to, but like somebody gonna chase Drake, bro. Drake more famous than Lil Wayne, so like imagine being that famous. Nah, I'm Gucci. I'd take some success, but like that type of fame, nah. They had Justin Bieber out here being fidgety. I couldn't, nah.
Perhaps the most profound moment was during his Zane Lowe interview when he asked Justin about Billie Eilish, since Billie in 2020 was the 18-year-old pop star who was thrown into the industry very similar to Bieber. Justin felt like he wanted to protect her.
Yeah, so, yeah. I just,
hey, that's dope that Justin, like, tried to,
I don't want
mentor people, other, like,
it.
pop stars and stuff, because,
go through anything I went through. I don't wish that upon anybody. So,
dang,
yeah, if she ever needs me, I'm just a call away.
Just the mere thought of Billie enduring what Justin had to endure brought him to tears, and recalling those dark moments in his life made fans realize that this was not fake. This young man was likely abused by this industry. Justin's antics have slowed down considerably. He is 29, has a child and a wife he's fully focused on. Does he still have an entitled pop star attitude at times? Absolutely. Does he still have beef with the paparazzi? You bet. Some of you will never see Bieber as anything but a privileged boy who didn't have to put in much hard work to see the heights of the music industry. But even the benefits of his success, being universally loved, being praised, and constantly receiving validation, are also bad. Variety magazine dubbed him a once-in-a-generation superstar who charted a swift and stunning rise from precocious YouTube talent to global phenomenon. How the heck do you live up to that? Bieber was being cheered and rewarded for a smile and a hair flip. The world put him on this unsustainable pedestal, which ultimately caused him to break. All I know for sure is, no money or fame is worth whatever the heck he had to endure to get it.
I love that. Dang, see, now that's messed up, though. That's messed up. Because, like, yeah, he can work on himself, but, like, I'm pretty sure he got paparazzi in his face. He's still Justin Bieber at the end of the day. Like, yeah, he gonna have people. Y'all get what I'm saying. I'll see y'all in the next one.